So when you guys don't believe these kids, man, that makes me sad, bro. That's a little girl. Where are all these bots at? Where did they go? That's 12 years ago, but look at you, orange belt back then.
My name's Alyssa Wilson. I'm 11 years old, orange belt, and I train at Art Jiu-Jitsu. I started training Jiu-Jitsu when I was 4 years old. My dad took me to an academy, and I saw all these people doing flips, and I wanted to try it. So this day on, I do it, and I love it.
Female matches?
I'm competing in the 5 training because I like competing, and it lets me do cool moves, and I like taking challenges.
Look at that girl. You guys don't believe that girl?
Bye. My favorite moves and techniques are the triangle Kimura, and I really like passing the guard. My long-term goals in the sport is to be a black belt world champion, open my own academy, and have a girls' camp.
She don't even train anymore.
I like training every day because it improves my game and it helps me get stronger for when I compete.
She says, and to all the parents, can you guys see that? Ben Kelly said he couldn't see, and he complaining at me. I noticed the classes with longer warm-ups in class tend to have more worshiping going on. Oh, you noticed that? Quan, you know I used to make people do the warm-up though, Quan. Quan used to be a student. I used to make people do the long warm-up, but I don't think we did any worshiping. She says, and to all the parents at AOJ that chose to look away and even continue to spread rumors and attack the victim, you and the people like you are the reason this continues in this community. Said you had no right. I was 12 years old. Ooh. Oh, she was 12? Thank you, Quan. It's been so long ago, I don't even remember, really. If I hear one more MFer moaning on the mats, I'm throwing hands. Dorothy Slippers, apparently that's common. I never heard nobody moan on the mat like that. I've heard people scream. No, Andre. Let me read that last part again. And to all the parents at AOJ that chose to look away and even continue to spread rumors and attack the victim, you and the people like you are the reasons this continues in the community. So AOJ's taking bullets too. Oh, I didn't read this part. Let me zoom in for you guys. 20 hours ago, she says, when I was sexually assaulted at 12 years old by a student from Atos Academy. Dang. At Atos Academy, so Atos and AOJ, really. I worked up the courage to tell my mom and turned towards my friends at AOJ for help and what to do next. They all turned a cold shoulder. I can't even talk anymore. They all turned a cold shoulder on me and stood by the person that sexually assaulted me. I remember going in late after your warm-ups, and since I didn't get in trouble, I knew I wasn't walking into professor's class. I think I used to be like super strict. Well, you gotta remember I came from Europe, right? So we were pretty strict. Hey, you gotta come on time. And I go to Orlando, people coming in 10, 15, 20 minutes. I think I jumped on a couple people though. I think I gave up after a while. But the professors that get angry at people skipping warm-ups are usually the ones that want to be worshipped though. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I never really been around people that wanted to be worshipped. So I don't really know, but maybe that's what Quan has observed. So so she said she got assaulted at AOJ at Atos, but then she went to her friends at AOJ. Was this back when they were when they were both teams? Yes, I do. Dorothy Slippers, you'll get the wrench in the gym too. The wrench, here's the wrench right here. Get the wrench. She says, I took it to court, and the Ruotolo brothers' mom wrote a 4-page statement. Oh, God. I took it to court, and the Ruotolo brothers' mom wrote a 4-page statement, slut-shaming me and calling me a whore. Oh, damn. And I deserved what happened to me. This is years ago. This must have been The Ruotolos were training at AOJ back when they were all a part of Atos. So she's saying that the Ruotolos' moms, that's why the Ruotolos been so quiet, slut shamed me and called me a whore, and I deserved what happened to me. She rallied a whole group of parents from AOJ to make statements about me on why I deserved what happened to me, and each and every one of those parents stood behind that person to protect him and not protect me. My mom went to Andre and Angelica Galval to talk to them about the situation with this student, and they did nothing to remove him. He stayed. So, AOJ, Atos, AOJ, whoever. I was competing at a tournament my parents had took me to, and my dad had crossed paths with the Ruotolo brothers' dad, and their dad told my dad that I deserved everything that happened to me, and my dad knocked him out in one punch. Oh, shoot. That Ruotolo twins' dad got knocked out. Damn, she called out like 6 big names in one post and all y'all trash. And said all y'all trash. Well, nobody speak out. Now let me get in trouble. You're gonna hear Ben Kelly, Dorothy Slippers, Perfecto. You're gonna hear all these guys. All these guys gonna come out of nowhere. All them guys gonna come out of nowhere. Quan got his popcorn. Her dad done knocked out the Ruotolo twins' dad. God, dog. In one punch, that guy's amazing to protect me in what any other dad would. Just a day later, the Mendez brothers had their front office worker call my mom to tell me they're kicking me out of the gym and I can't come back to the academy to train. They never talked to me face to face about this situation to this day. Never came to me or my parents to talk to us, and all those parents stayed. I felt hopeless and lost. So, you guys supported Atos. You guys supported Mendez brothers. You guys supported AOJ, bought all the gear. I can't say nothing, man. You guys, not that you guys knew about this. In June 2018, I traveled to Spain with Leo's family and another family for a jiu-jitsu camp. Why were you traveling? Well, let me stop. We're not victim blaming or victim shaming or anything. So she was with Leo Vietta's family, I'm assuming, and with another family for a jiu-jitsu camp. The first day we got there, we all sat down to eat together, as Ricardo sat directly across from me next to his wife and kids. He started to use his foot to caress my leg and inner thigh repeatedly, and I sat there extremely uncomfortable. He kept doing it with a smile on his face. He pretended to bend down to grab something and use his hand to rub my inner thigh again, repeatedly, and as he did it, he was smirking like he was enjoying it. I sat there completely frozen, not knowing what to do. Hit the likes, yeah, well, give us money too. Likes, I don't care about likes, give us money. Yeah. We appreciate you though, Sarah. Yeah, likes, yeah, like that. She was 12. Oh no. Oh, this girl. Oh no. This girl she was at AOJ. See, look, that made me sad. I sat there completely frozen, not knowing what to do. One session after training was finished, me and my teammate were walking out of class, and Ricardo decided to walk with us along with his kids. He threw his arm over me to hug me, but I noticed he was trying to force his hands down my shirt and grab my boob. Oh, Brazilians. That's what Dorothy Slipper said. I can't confirm that. Okay, so he's groping this girl at this point. If she's 12 years old, Quan, we already on a different story, Quan. Quan, we on a different story right now. We'll try to get to the AOJ one in a little bit, though. One session after training was finished, me and my teammate were walking out of class, and Ricardo decided to walk with us along with his kids. He threw his arm over me to hug me, but I noticed he was trying to force his hand down my shirt and grab my boob. I kept trying to pull his hand out and off of me, but he kept forcing it down to grab me, and he did this with a smile on his face, and he was laughing like it was funny. Checkmat crazy. Oh, well. Oh, was she? Look. When was she at AOJ? I mean, these girls, they can't go nowhere. They can't go nowhere. So he was trying to grab her boob. I kept trying to pull his hand out and off of me, but he kept forcing it down to grab me, and he did this with a smile on his face, and he was laughing like it was funny. I felt scared and completely frozen. Once I was able to pull his hand out, I ran away to my room. The last night, me and my teammate decided to walk and look around the resort. We had passed by their rooms, which I didn't know was theirs. The door was open and asked me and my teammate to come inside the room, and repeatedly asked they had something to show us. Don't go in there. Okay, we're gonna get to it too. We're gonna get to it. You know, Quan the fanboy. Quan love all these teams. Quan, how you feel about all these teams? Quan, you know, Quan be supporting this hero worship. I tell you guys not to worship these people. It's two guys with almost the same name at AOJ and Checkmat, but slightly different spelling. Okay, well, they all Brazilian. They probably got the same exact name, yeah. I stopped my teammate and politely told them, no, we're not going inside, and told my teammate, let's go, it's not safe. I told my teammate what he was doing to me. I was scared, I felt alone, and I questioned myself and why he was doing this to me. I was scared to go to anyone because I thought I would get in trouble. A few months go by and he taught a class at HQ. I already voiced to my same teammate how I was uncomfortable, but I'm going to try and work through it anyways. It got worse. He started picking on me during the class on purpose, singling me out in front of everyone repeatedly. I told myself, what is going on right now? I told my teammate, watch him. He's only doing this to me, and that teammate did and noticed it and questioned why he was doing that to me as well. I didn't understand. Once it was time to roll, me and my teammate sat on the opposite end of the mat, and Ricardo walked all the way to us and called me out to roll. What's up, brother? Epsom salt bath? Yep. Make sure you wash yourself too. You only worship Alec? No, don't worship me. Quan said he's going to put me to work. He asked her to roll. I was scared and asked my teammate to help me. I didn't want to go, and is there any way to go with someone else? My teammate sat there with a blank stare, and I had to go or else I'll get in trouble for saying no to a black belt. We started rolling, and he took my back and kept kissing me on the neck repeatedly. Oh, man. I kept pushing away his head multiple times. He started to moan in my ear and tried to grab my boobs in any opening he can, and I just felt helpless. I wanted the time to end so bad, and when it did, he turned around and kissed me on the lips and laughed. I looked around for help as there was so many people around me. No one saw nothing. Cameras there, people there. No one saw anything. No one stopped it. I ran to my teammate and said everything that happened, and I told my teammate, I need help. All my teammates said is, what can I do? I don't know what to do. I explained to her how I felt so uncomfortable. Well, you need to go to the authorities at that point. I explained to her how I felt so uncomfortable and weird, and I didn't want to be there anymore. It just hurt. I went home without saying anything. I let another teammate know what happened, but their response was because Ricardo never did no wrong to that teammate is still going to remain friends with him. My friends knew about this situation but stayed quiet, as I was scared or too scared to even tell anyone and afraid no one would believe me. I blocked it out for 4 years until I felt ready to say something. This was the first and only times he touched me inappropriately. It was led prior from months before. He would say sexual remarks towards me and wanting to do things to me, but just waited until I was 16. Oh. And this is the part 2 that we read. So the first part, she had already been assaulted. She was 12 years old, and this, I think, is years later. Or was it years later, or was it? I'm not sure when the first part happened. And then this is the part we read. I'll go back. Yeah, this is the part we read. Part 1. Part 2. Okay, we read all that. Uh-oh. And, here we go. Did someone tag the Ruotolos? What's going on right here? Quan got his popcorn ready. Quan got his popcorn. I'm not sure the Ruotolo shared this. They said, we are both super bummed about the situation at Atos. Oh, let me zoom in so you guys can see. Where's Ben Kelly? Ben Kelly, what's that his name? I bought her a Ruka and AOJ gi one time, and so that I could resell it on a Show Your Roll marketplace. Quan, he sold it though. Says, we are both super bummed about the situation at Atos. We take concerns involving misconduct seriously. Well, again, it wasn't it's not the Ruotolo Bros. It was the Ruotolo Bros parents though. They were doing some crazy stuff. They take concerns involving misconduct seriously and expect our community to uphold a safe and respectful environment for everyone. We support those affected, and any appropriate or inappropriate behavior should be addressed and held accountable. And then, of course, we go up here. It says crazy, right? When they all stood behind the predator that did it and supported their family. It says, since people are struggling to comprehend, Alyssa was assaulted and told her mom and her academy friends, including the Ruotolos. Ruotolos, did you know about that? Just listen. So she told her friends, including the Ruotolos. Nobody cared, and they turned their backs on her, showing support for Ricardo, I don't know the kid, who committed the offense against a 12-year-old girl, and throwing her under the bus so it wouldn't affect the academy and subsequently their careers. She's saying they're shitty teammates. They are. That's a shit thing to do. Not that the Ruotolos personally assaulted her. She's saying her family is shitty too. Sorry, not her family. Their family. Their parents were protecting the predator, alleged predator. They are adults who look past sexual assault and of minors can go to hell. So whenever this happens, I always say, hey, what would happen if that was the Ruotolo's twin sister or the Ruotolo parents, their daughter? They would be jumping on everybody over there. They did not get accused. The only thing they got accused of was not standing up for their friend. So that is pretty sad. They're young. They probably didn't know how to, hero worship. That is the theme of today. Hero worship, the theme of the week, actually. Hero worship. You guys worship all these guys, and then they turn out to be scummy, and there's nothing else we can say. You guys support these people. Make sure you're liking the video or something, man. Come on, man. Is she saying it was one of the brothers or just the Ruotolo family reacted that way? The story back then was that it was always one of the Ruotolo bros, and that's why they left AOJ for Atos. She's saying the Ruotolos prioritized their careers instead of the team and threw her under the bus so she wouldn't disturb the academy dynamic instead of doing what's right and siding with their teammate. It was Ricardo Vieta, and the Ruotolo family protected the academy instead of their teammate. I wouldn't speculate like that. It could be any student. Don't blame them for the actions of their mother. Good point. I just feel like it's kind of wrong not to name the name because people are going to assume it was one of the brothers based off the post and the fact they left the gym right around this time. The solution: never leave the mat area when your children are rolling. Parents, stop staring at your phone. Says, I don't worship nobody. In the pyramid, man, in the pyramids, we were trained to appreciate somebody's ability, but not worship anybody for what they can do because every man can be broken. Yo, LO snap, no, they can be broken. Wait, the twins did not assault anybody, but their parents sided with the predator, alleged predator. It says, no, she is saying the twins' parents blamed her and supported the other party, from what I read. Okay. Of course, there's more stories out there. But they said she got kicked out of AOJ for that, which is crazy. Why would you kick out the victim? It says, saw the thumbnail, Hoffa on it. Have you got to that segment? We're on it now. So you guys see me get upset, it's because people keep asking me the same thing. I'm tired. People asking me the same thing. People over here trolling, defending predators left and right. That's okay. It's all good. You guys can always remember. You can always rewind the video too. So that's the post we just read. We just read that. It says, so you're saying that at this point, 3 top tier, more than 3, BJJ empires should be put on the blast. Atos, AOJ, Checkmat, Kingsway. 4, 5, 6. The Cuban pyramid system ain't no joke, man. I think all black belts should have to go through it to get black belt certified. Send Moneyberg. We'll send Moneyberger over there first. Simple Man. What does Simple Man got going on? Oh yeah, Simple Man. Yes, I forgot about Simple Man. Yeah. Simple Man. They wish we would forget. They're gonna message LL Snap later. It says, imagine being so insane to say a 12-year-old deserved it and then getting knocked out in public for it, and then nobody says anything. This girl posted this story for the first time 4 years ago. Wow. Yeah, we weren't streaming back then, so I missed it. But, these people cover everything up. Where's the proof? Where's the blah, blah, blah? Where's the facts? And it's more of a cover. They're just protecting these people. And, again, it makes me sad because I had to keep dealing with this. And it keeps happening, right? L Snap said, throw Simple Man on there. Saying a 12-year-old deserved to get essayed is another level of dark. Well, you guys support all these people, man. Says it's really hard to believe Chris, the stepdad, would say that. That's not their dad? That's their stepdad? Who's their dad? Who's the Ruotolo twins' dad? That's not their dad. Who's their dad? Who's their daddy? Dream Art. They got a whole list of. Oh, they do. Well, send it over. We'll get the trolls over here. It says, hard to believe the stepdad, Chris, would say that. I've known the family for almost 15 years, and at the time, Nia, the Ruotolo twins' little sister, was less than 10 years old. So this all seems severely out of character. If any of you trained at AOJ back around 2012 to 2015, you would know Alyssa's dad, Danny, who was a purple belt at the time, had been to prison and gave off tweaker vibes. I definitely can imagine the bros covering up something, though. They used to recruit boys from Brazil. Uh-oh. And they would hook up with the older teenage girls at the gym. Uh-oh. Allegedly. This sport dirty, man. So we Latinos don't retain our first father? Oh, okay. That ain't true. Is that true? 5th? Their parents are Snow. The Ruotolo twins' parents? They weren't adopted, were they? Were they adopted? Are the Ruotolo twins adopted? Yeah, their parents. I was like, well, how did this? Where did these melanated kids come from? How did those melanated kids come out of there? Yeah, and I be getting upset and yelling at them, but it doesn't work. I can't yell at everybody. I wish I could though. We got some allegations from the guys in Brazil. It says they used to recruit boys from Brazil and they would hook up with older teenage girls all the time. So I said some of this is cultural, and Spirit of Justice was defending Brazilians, and he's American. Says the father had a short temper. Someone also mentioned alliance in another. Hey, whoa, alliance. Not sure if that was related to old Mergali. Yeah, we don't claim Mergali over here. We don't claim Mergali. Once again, they not assaulted my sister out here. They ain't mess with no sister out here. Them sisters will fight back. I'm telling you, man, black women ain't playing this shit, bro. Somebody's uncle, somebody's cousin gonna come over there and beat the shit out of her. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I don't care if it's the Mendez brothers, whoever it is, Val, whoever it is. All right, let's take them out. Okay, I can't speak Spanish now. Now, Ella Snap, some of my Spanish speakers they got you. They got what you saying. It says fight sports with Cyborg, Wagner Hosher, and Melky Gaval are also pedo protectors. Well, that's the whole sport, man. Someone said, what did he do? More like what he didn't do. Care to elaborate on old Margali stuff? I think one of his girlfriends was underage while in San Diego. I think his current girlfriend was underage too. That's all, allegedly. And that's all I can remember. I know there were social media spats about it a few years back. They became public when she turned 18. Margali is 31. Dude is a weirdo. Totally legal in Brazil, as it turns out. I want to blame it on Brazilian toxic male shit, but when I remember that my childhood taekwondo teacher went to prison for this stuff, and then it was, let me not say that name, it is a lot to do with Brazilian toxic male stuff, but American toxic male stuff isn't much better. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gracie Baja with Orlando Sanchez. This sport is all full of predators. Stabby, stabby, stab. Says 10 minutes from Gracie Baja, Pasadena, and ended up with a bunch of his ex-students. Yeah, well, that whole situation was crazy. Was AOJ still Atos at the time this happened? Looks like it. They split in 2020. Oh, yeah, they did split in 2020. I forgot about that. I don't know why people are surprised to be hearing things like this. I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't even gotten halfway through the amount of gems that are going to be exposed. Danny Chopper, Danny Chopper, Danny Chopper. Danny Chopper, Danny Chopper, Danny Chopper. Yeah, the list is grown out of control. Yeah, Brazilians are different. Brazilians are different. Gracie Baja, Pasadena is Pasadena, PA. Same. He says it's where I got into it with baby Lester and knocked him out. Uh-oh. The Gitu movement. Says you see it at a lot of jobs all the time, but then people think somewhere where their superiority relationship is even more unbalanced, something physical in nature, and something where the offender is much less likely to be held accountable, is somehow not going to have an even worse version of the problem. We've seen what male dominant cultures can do to companies like Blizzard, for example. Basically, every BJJ gym is male dominant, and given how we draw in socially awkward people, a good chunk don't have the slightest clue how to talk to women or what is appropriate. Then we put these people in a position of power and superiority, and we wonder what went wrong. One of the issues with BJJ is that the physical touch is normal. That massive barrier is removed from the jump. The original Andre story where he was moaning in her ear, that's Dorothy Slipper's favorite part, and shit for example, it would be a wild jump to just grab a woman and moan in her ear. Some of you guys might be doing that. With BJJ, you're already grabbing her on the ground. We're kind of already up against the boundary line. Says I think people are talking about the power imbalance dynamic that leads to all the predators taking advantage of people. What's not being mentioned, also the general attitudes of Brazilians, especially men, towards sex and women. I don't know why, but I've been to 5 gyms, and at 3 of them, the Brazilian gym leader was dating one of the young, like 20-year-old students. One of them cheated on his wife and left her and his kids for a younger student. This happened too much. Perfecto, perfecto, yo, perfecto, perfecto. What happened, perfecto? They got you. He got you, perfecto. Perfecto. He been trolling us for a while now. Perfecto been trolling us. I'm tired of trolls. See, I'm not that bad. He was sitting down snoring against the wall. I hit that man so hard he was snoring sitting up. Dang. I think Pasadena. Oh, Pasadena, Texas. Okay. He said PA. Danny Chopper was Danny Chopper was looking around. Calm down, Danny Chopper. Danny Chopper was looking around. Danny Chopper ready to crash out. We gotta calm him down. Where's Perfecto at? You gonna get in trouble today, Perfecto? Perfecto ready to get in trouble. What was I reading? Brazilian cheating. That's normal stuff. Says that there's definitely a more macho cheating attitude by some of the more old school Brazilian guys, and it wouldn't / doesn't surprise me at all that these allegations are coming out, especially since Galvao is such a Bible thumper and the Mendez brothers have a legit cult feel to their gym. I think in a way that draws people there, but it also is ripe for shit like this when the leaders get put on a pedestal and start feeling entitled to respect instead of needing to earn it. Don't forget King's Way, since they have coaches stalking students to the point of getting a protective order from the court. We just outnumbered over here. Oh, you kicked them out of here? Okay. I can't keep up with all this. It's taking an emotional toll on me and Danny Choppa and LL Snap. AOJ, where were we? AOJ was Atos. I don't know how old Alyssa is, but if she's talking about Ruotolo's being AOJ, then it might be when AOJ was under Atos. Says, I remember seeing a pic of the Ruotolo's training at AOJ, and then something happened, and they stopped training there and trained exclusively at Atos, which was not much better, really. Says, do you know the reason why they left? It's very sus that AOJ would let two phenoms go so easily and then not having any public contact with them since. That is true. Remember when the Ruotolos were always at Atos or AOJ? It says Atos affiliates, HQ athletes, and HQ students are the only ones doing something about it, hence the heat. Those crowds at Checkmat, affiliates, athletes, and students are trying to sweep it under the rug or pretend nothing is happening, hence the crickets. Leo saw the dominoes at Atos and tried to pretend he is doing something about it, just in case, because money and legacy, not moral code. It's all about money. If you want to hurt these people, go after their money. Says, yeah, that's what I meant. It seems like Atos thing is immediately all over social media. High-level athletes speaking out, affiliates dropping the name, which is great. The Checkmat guys ain't done shit. Checkmat guys ain't done shit. But I'm not seeing anything like that response for Checkmat. And AOJ doesn't really have affiliates, so that's different. But it's still so extremely high level that I would expect to see similar shock and outrage. I don't know if the Atos thing just took everyone's attention and energy and now no one cares or what. It was all over social media because so many high-level athletes, students, kids and teens and adults, former champions, gym owners posted about it. That means a ton of comments, likes, and reshares telling the algorithm this topic is hot and needs to be pushed for visibility. Since no one at Checkmat posted much, shout out to my Checkmat people, the algorithm doesn't have much to push, so it's mostly silent. In some twisted way, Andre did build a team of great people, since they are all the kind of people that tell Andre to go fuck himself the moment they found out he fondles or silences children. This should tell you a lot about the culture at Checkmat, that no one is denouncing this versus Atos, where most left within 6 days and keep leaving. Checkmat guys, what are you guys doing? Checkmat guys, yeah, what are you guys? I'm calling you guys out. And I do like I like Wrzezinski. I like Jansen. That's it. I like Lucas Leitch. Please don't let Lucas Leitch get in trouble. I like Leo Vieta and Buchecha. But man, you guys, they ain't said shit. They're waiting for the proof. And them guys, they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. They supported Jackson Souza. They already crippled one kid. Who did they cripple? Who did they cripple, LL Snap? They crippled somebody? Fight Sports crippled. You saying the one in California? That wasn't Checkmat. That might have been Alliance or something. That's the kid with Sinistro. Who did Checkmat cripple? Yeah, these gyms will cripple you too. Someone said, "What's the Checkmat story?" Look up Leandro Vieta. I heard about the story about the Ruotolo's dad getting in a fight with another student's parent, which is why the Ruotolos moved to Atos. Their dad got knocked out and moved to Atos. You told me about Ricardo. Yeah, but you got to make sure you let us know which Ricardo, bro. I'm thinking Ricardo Vieta, and there's a different Ricardo Vieta. All these Brazilians got the same name. Got me going. Remember when one of the guys, what was the kid's name? One of the guys popped for USADA, and another Brazilian guy's like, "Hey guys, it wasn't me, it was the other guy." You remember that? Remember that story? Atos is about to be no more. Gonna have to rebrand. What Bible quote? Genesis, Atos. I don't know what they're gonna do. The kid that was pushing down a water slide. Oh, I don't know about that one. Is BTT too small of a team for anyone to report it, or maybe they actually a school with no essay? Listen, we look deep enough, we can find. And sometimes I know stuff, had to plead the fifth, or I'm like, hey, I'm not even going to open that can of worms. But, if you look deep enough, you can find anything in this sport. So they said the Ruotolos left after their dad got knocked out. Says, holy shit, their parents are scumbags. The way they acted at CGI against Levi shows the level of asshole they are. Levi won the match. Says they are widely liked, but I gotta say, I've always gotten low-key psycho asshole vibes from them, like a sort of fake niceness facade. They probably learned that over the years, that seem super performative, but actually are superior, super egocentric. Especially Ty often has that sort of psycho look in his eyes, not like a regular competition mindset, like he wants to actually kill the person. He probably does. That's how Little Snap's kid's gonna be looking at me, trying to kill me. I remember making a comment on their page once about training at AOJ as kids, and they got all but hurt about it for some reason. Says it's worth noting that the post was made in 2021. She just reposted it now. Crazy how this didn't go viral then. She posted a new update today with new details of the abuse. This is a good example of why it's important for everyone to speak up and support each other. The small positive takeaway from this is that so many more people feel empowered to speak up now, even on things from many years ago with new details. Everyone is realizing how common this kind of behavior is, and how many others have shared experiences. Abusers thrive on the victim's reluctance to come forward and use it as fuel to continue escalating. Hopefully this momentum keeps up and the culture can shift in a healthier direction. Says, I'm losing hope that this community will actually do something. A lot of gym owners and people who aren't terminally online or as Redditors do not keep up with this stuff. The Ruotolos don't look like nice folks. Dorothy Slippers. There's two Roberto Abreu's, I think, Roberto and Demente. Okay. See, you guys, they need to change their names. He said they're going to be nice to me. You're not. Okay, thank you. Now tell them they can kill everybody else though. Says, how can we make it so that everyone in the community is aware of these predators? Not one person has faced any real world consequences for their actions. Cyborg was invited to Absolute, Wagner, and some other people. Even Hermes Franca is back teaching in Brazil. So it says, I used to train with Alyssa's dad, Danny, at Cobrinhas, and remember hearing about all this. It's crazy that it's barely being brought to light. She was such a good kid. AOJ always struck me as a terrible culture to be involved in, super competitive, super focused on their public appearance, cult-like enforcement of their rules, overly religious. I heard you can't have a beard over there, or facial hair. Obvious steroid usage, alleged. Even in their kids program, now add the fact that they are pedo protectors, allegedly. Everybody can take it out. Now, I might not be able to beat you on the mat, but I can take you out. I'm gonna take these guys out. Says, I don't know how they get away with steroid use in kids, allegedly. So bad. It's because they win matches, and there are enough people who lack morality and embrace the ends, justify the means mindset. That explains jiu-jitsu right there. That's how most people in jiu-jitsu believe or behave. Mendez is a roid fraud, allegedly, and always has been. I don't know why folks expect his academy to be on the up and up. Well, you guys support all these people. You give them money, give them fame, give them Porsches, G-Wagons, Cybertrucks. They winning. They winning. They winning. They winning in life. Says you can count clean pro BJJ athletes on one hand. Calling out someone for roid. See, me defending him. Says their kids don't even go to school. They are homeschooled and just work out, train, and compete as if they were professional athletes. That's terrible. These kids are not educated. So when you don't have an education, you're gonna be easier to manipulate. Now, when you learn, okay, oh, no means no. You can't touch me here. You can't do that. You learn about your rights. It's gonna be hard to manipulate you. But if you ain't ever gone to school, yeah, it's basically a cult. Yeah, that's fine. Iron Horse. Let me plead the fifth. I'll stop. I'm about to say something. Says that's how you raise the next generation of MAGA voters. Says I once got demolished by an AOJ teenager, and he trains more in a day than I do in a week. Look at Ricardo Moreno. It's been issues for years, and Mikey clearly criticized it on his DJ show. There's so much over here. The sports, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked. I ain't defending none of these people, bro. Says not a fan of violence of any kind, though saying that to a 12-year-old daughter of someone who got sexually assaulted deserved it is insane and very understandable reaction of the father. He 100% said it to the dad, and that's why my dad did that. The Ruotolos brothers' parents made a 4-page statement backing that kid and manipulated a bunch of parents to also make statements about me calling me a slut. Oh, wow. It says, I'm confused. Ricardo Vieta, the Checkmat guy? What does it have to do with AOJ? It says, I'm confused. AOJ case was a 12-year-old. Ricardinho case was at her 16. It seems she's been through a terrible experience twice. Wait, it was 2 Ricardos? Wait a second. So that's true. Craig riding around a high horse, letting Wagner and Gable Stevenson showcase. Oh yeah, I forgot Gable got something. The thing is, I had this problem too. Like, when I do my other YouTube videos, if I look at everybody's background, I can't do no videos. I can't do my soft voice videos that LL Snap likes. If I look too deeply into people's backgrounds, I can't do it. Iron Horse, yeah, we do a good job, man. We have a good Mr. Marlin, what's up, sir? Those kids are homeschooled. They going after AOJ now, Mr. Marlin. Yeah, they going after AOJ. Old story, but maybe you met the girl Alyssa. Says the AOJ case was 12 when she was 12, and then the Ricardinho case was at her 16 when she was 16. So was it AOJ and Checkmat? Oh, it was AOJ then Checkmat. So that girl got assaulted at 2 places? Wait a second. What's wrong with this sport? They allegedly assaulted that girl at 2 places? It says there are allegations against Leandro being aired now, and the person also said they told Checkmat multiple times, and Checkmat did nothing. Leandro Vieta says, unfortunately, 2 different incidents, once as a young child, the other as a teenager. Says, I think people here are blending 2 incidents. She had 2. 12 years old and 16. The 12-year-old incident at AOJ and the 16-year-old incident with Ricardo Vieta. Okay, we got it straightened out. The one happened at AOJ, back when they were part of Atos, and then the second one happened with Checkmat, Ricardo Vieta. Okay, we got it. So all these gyms in trouble. With celebrities and athletes, we confuse talent with character. That's true. Iron got white mats everywhere looking happy. Coach always smiling. You guys got office equipment, man. That's good. L Snap. We got some big people for you, too. We got Big Dusty. So there were 2 incidences, which is pretty terrible. Unfortunately, they probably thought they were safe. And like I say, keep your eyes on everybody. Is that good advice? Keep your eyes on everybody. I feel like that's good advice. Keep your eyes on everybody. Keep them eyes on everybody. Easy. Says that seems to be the checkmat Ricardo Vieta, because the other woman who is also accusing accusing Leandro Vieta names also mentioned Alyssa when talking about checkmat not doing anything. She has not mentioned the AOJ perpetrator's name by name other than Ruotolo Bro's parents, unless I'm misunderstanding the timeline in her original post. She was by far the most talented kid I ever met. Could have easily been competing with the top female black belts today. It's not just the predators that are the problem. It's also the adult losers who try to live through their jiu-jitsu kids. I hope she's able to recapture her magic someday. I don't think she's going back to jiu-jitsu. Do a soft voice video and tell everybody jiu-jitsu needs a hand. Hard reset. I mean, people don't listen to me anyway. I hope she's able to recapture her magic. She ain't going back to jiu-jitsu. Show me a protege, BJJ competitor, and I'll show you a-hole parents. Uh-oh. Somebody. I'm seeing some stuff here. Let me move past that. Some names I'm not even reading on here. Some names I'm not even reading. I'm just like, let me skip past that. So it says, Jesus, JFC. When I came back to BJJ in 2023 after a 12-year hiatus, I knew the culture I was returning to was bad, but I never thought it would be this horrible. Ricardo was at Atos. Atos used to be part of AOJ. This post has nothing to do with Ricardo Vieta, the co-founder of Checkmat. It appears it is about an Atos student with a similar name. I don't know if it's similar name. It's 2 different incidents, though. There are parents who live through their children, worship the instructors, and place their kids, placing at tournaments over their kids' safety. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, Mr. Marlin would definitely know about that. Says, no, there are 2 different incidences. Once as a young child by a boy from Atos, and parents and coaches defended the boy's actions. And then she moved gyms, and later as a teen, she was harassed by Ricardo of Checkmat. Okay, so we got that settled. The Atos AOJ case was another juvenile, not Ricardo Vieta. But I think later, based on her post, she was harassed another time, still as a teen, but this time with Ricardo. Someone says, I had a private lesson with Hoffa in 2016 when I was like 22. He was quite literally my hero, and it was before AOJ truly blew up. I could go in, and there was only several people there, could tag them in posts, and they'd like and comment, something they mostly do with their inner circle by now. Whenever somebody got an inner circle, you know something up. My private was only 250, one of the cooler experiences of my life personally. Then within like a few years, they really nailed down on the kids and juvenile division, being a big business alongside influencer, and started really making sure to produce some of the best students in America, offering scholarships, having a close-knit group of people within their inner circle, and then also taking to social media to be this very Christian, almost far-right academy. Just 2 perfectly pristine and almost spoiled, if that makes sense. Like when, what's his name, Nick the Tooth lost to Matt Serra on the Ultimate Fighter and just went on a rampage. Shocked that he wasn't better than a world heavyweight champion in the UFC, despite being taught by Hoffa and Gi. I met Nick the Tooth a couple years ago. But it was and still is just a pure speculation and wondering. I have no proof of anything of any wrongdoings. It just doesn't fully shock me. They might shy away from a story like this instead of truly addressing it. Now, I do see, I'm not saying it's good to stay quiet, but they're trying not to pull an Andre. What a weird comment. I was off for a 12-year hiatus, and I knew BJJ was sus, but I came back anyway. These guys infuriate my little butthole. Okay. Okay, yeah. I didn't see that one. The SoCal BJJ scene is so toxic. I trained at one of the big schools one of the big SoCal schools for a few years and not just take talking shit from outside, especially when it comes to competition and youth competition teams. Toxic parents living out their dreams through their high that's a lot to read. Toxic parents living out their dreams through their homeschooled, out of touch kids being trained by coaches intent on making money from comp and social media clout. The Ruotolos and their parents are exemplary. And this story does not surprise me because no one other than people making money off of them or riding their coattails ever had anything good to say about them. Oh dang. But they are not an outlier. But the amount of SA accusations coming out is truly shocking and so much worse than I already thought the scene was. So tragic that people like Alyssa had to carry this and deal with this since they were 12. There's lifelong trauma she will carry. Good on her dad, I guess, but the whole thing is depressing. Says she was a good athlete too back in the day. Maybe we'll click on that a little bit later. So that girl was assaulted in 2 different places. So we're gonna have people over here defending Helena's mom. Probably about the only one that's down to earth and cool. Oh, is she cool? Okay. And you know what? She keep her eyes. This how Helena's mom be looking at her. This her mom. This her mom every day. You ain't getting to Helena. No. Yeah, this is how I be. I'm not really even telling people to train jiu-jitsu anymore, to be honest. What's the point? And I would feel terrible if they got assaulted or something. Man, I don't tell people to go. I won't tell them to go nowhere I haven't been before.